Yes, sir. The hurt season hats, the rinse do hats, the buckets, all of that stuff is still jumping out the gym like Vince Carter. Make sure you go to the print champs and make sure you go ahead and grab that, man. If you're looking to order this week, DM me and I get you a discount code, a little something off, man, to make that happen so you can go ahead and grab that. Let's all be in uniform for the start of the season. Oh, and yeah, Big Manscaped still in the building. Wait, I'm going to just show you. Real quick. Big Manscaped still in the building. Lawnmower 4.0. Cologne, smell goods, all of that good stuff, man. Make sure you tap in, man. Use code Brunson, save 20% off, and enjoy. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, it's that time of the season, man. Training camp is underway. I want to talk a little bit about the importance of training camp before we get into the meat and potatoes. And listen. It's unfortunate because injuries happened during training camp. Some breaking news, Cam Akers, who was probably slated to have a really, really good season, you know what I'm saying, went down with an Achilles injury and he's done for the Rams. Now, this ain't Eagles business, but it coincides with what we're about to talk about. Training camp is very important, man, especially to the evaluation process. A lot of people think preseason and training camp, and probably a lot of people think preseason don't matter, but it matters. It matters. You got to think about it like this. I did a lot of combat drills, being active duty, gearing for deployments and stuff like that. How do you know what you're working with and who can do what if you don't do these drills? Now, some of these drills are dangerous. Some of these drills are dangerous. Some of these actions are dangerous and just strenuous on the body. But how can you proper evaluate who's built for what if you don't do these drills? You know what I'm saying? You got 9-on-7, 7-on-7 team drills. I mean, and when players not there, the coaches can't get a feel for who can do what and who's good. And then when players go down, they essentially turn into a ghost on the sideline, just being able to sit in meetings and barely even hear their name called. So you could be forgotten by the coaches because you're not practicing. It's a lot of things that's happening. You got about 12 coaches, and you got 84 players. And you got to cut that roster down to 53, 55. Come on, man. You got to be on the field or you don't have a chance. Especially if you're a guy that's on the bubble, you need to be healthy. Or you know what I mean? Or you just won't be ready for battle week in and week out. It's as simple as that. So this process is healthy. This process is much needed in football. You have to be able to evaluate talent to see what you got. And how do you do that if you don't do some drills and you don't do practice? How are you able to teach these guys if they're not available? Football, and it can change. You got the right 2 or 3 people down for a team, and it's over. The season is over. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep that in mind that, we are just hoping and wishing and praying to come out of this camp and come out of this preseason and get ready for week 1 as healthy as possible. Because that's what it's really all about in terms of football. You got the healthiest team usually wins. And we want to be as healthy as possible because we got a lot of people to shut up. A lot of people not giving us, our just due or our respect. And I think if we come into this thing healthy, I think we'll be able to put our best foot forward. Because some of the depth behind some of our positions, honestly, in my opinion, is kind of weak. You know what I mean? Especially when you're talking about the cornerback position. If Slay go down, you got a weak secondary now. From the cornerback standpoint, if Slay goes down, God forbid, what do you do at the secondary situation? You have Maddox trailing the opposing team's number 1 guy. You thrust Zach McPherson into a bigger role, and then you got to dig deeper down into the secondary. Whoever from the practice squad brings somebody up. I'm tired of the Philadelphia Eagles bringing up guys from the practice squad. I'm tired of around, and no diss to Greg Ward, around week 8, week 9, Greg Ward is the number 1 wide receiver because we can't stay healthy. We can't go down that road. So listen, you can't avoid training camp. You can't avoid preseason, but the healthiest team will survive and be around in the cold winter months. And I'm hoping that we can stay healthy for a chance, and it gives our team the proper way, to evaluate truly what we got. Because if you want to be honest, availability is the biggest thing that's going to probably get Arcega-Whiteside off the roster this year. Him not being available is one of the reasons why we got to say bye-bye to him. You know what I'm saying? He's not available. We don't even know what we really have in Arcega-Whiteside. We just don't. We don't. I think he got under 10 catches the whole time he's been here. We don't know who he is. We don't know what we have in him because he's become a forgotten man because he has not been available due to injury. And in a sense it is what it is. Man, let's switch gears real quick, man. An article came out. I think it was by ESPN Plus. Was this one by ESPN Plus? ESPN Plus, I believe so, and PFF. So what ESPN Plus did was rank all 32 teams by offensive weapons. And the Philadelphia Eagles finished, you guessed it, towards the bottom. I think we were somewhere, I got it pulled up right here. Pulled up on the Summer Jam screen. I think we were 29th. We were 29th and as far as offensive weapons go. And it's a situation that we put on ourselves. We put this on ourselves. So we can no longer be mad at these rankings that's coming out. We were 4-11-1. We can't be mad at these rankings that were coming out. We couldn't move the ball with Carson Wentz. We were averaging about 17 points a game. That's not going to cut it in the NFL. It's not going to cut it. We were averaging about 17 points a game. Offense was always stagnant. But Jalen Hurts came in and things changed. So, I got to challenge some of these guys like ESPN Plus and all these guys to use your brain. If things were better and more yards were accumulated and more points were put on the board when Jalen Hurts came in, what do you think is going to happen when he's the starter from day one? You know what I mean? So I don't really see it as being the 29th worst team in terms of offensive weapons, especially when you drafted the Heisman winning wide receiver. You implemented Nick Sirianni. Tell us how we're going to be better. You know what I'm saying? But they're not in the business of that. They're in the business. That's my job. They're in the business of just basically telling us what we are. Not thinking forward like things change and things around the situation has changed. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see us being 29th and short. Come on, man. I think actually it's almost impossible for us to be 29th. You know what I'm saying? I think we could have a way better offense than Washington. I do. Who was Ryan Fitzpatrick to make them dudes go from where they were to somewhere else for real? Ryan Fitzpatrick ain't better than Jalen Hurts. Now, I agree they had the Dallas Cowboys at 2. They had the Giants around, where did they have? I can't remember where they had I think they had the Giants like 14 or 17. You know what I'm saying? That's a little high for me for the Giants, but it is what it is. We put ourselves in this situation by being a lackluster offense and choosing to rise Greg Ward to the cream of the crop every year instead of trying to really sort this problem out. But we've been trying to sort it out, during off season. You know what I mean? We took 2 wide receivers first. But when you talk about losing a guy like Zach Ertz, who still got more yards per separation, you know what I mean, than he did in 2019 last year. He was open last year. You know what I mean? If Zach Ertz, and I think I seen this tweet from Adam Schefter? I think I seen this tweet from Adam Schefter. He was talking about, how open Zach Ertz was getting last year, and it was better than 2019. And if Zach Ertz goes to a team with an accurate quarterback, he'll be a prominent offensive weapon. You know what I'm saying? You know how I feel about Zach Ertz. I'm on the board of keeping him because he's still a weapon. He's still a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Dallas Goedert might be faster, might be younger, but is he a weapon like Zach Ertz was? That's what it's going to boil down to. You know what I'm saying? For them to say we're just, and this is what I talked about no respect now even being put on Miles Sanders' name, who was 3rd in yards per carry. All because of the situation we put ourselves in as a franchise. Doug Peterson blatantly stopped giving the guy the ball who was 3rd in yards per carry. You know what I'm saying? It hurt. It almost hurt Miles Sanders' stock when you think about it. But it is what it is. We got a new head coach. They need to take that into accountability. You know what I'm saying? And I think we're going to be able to get some stuff done this year. And what PFF came out was what PFF came out with, the list of the receiving corps. That's what PFF's list was. And we were 30th as a receiving corps. And we did listen. Who's the you can't debate that. We were bad as a receiving corps. You don't know what you're going to get out of Jalen Reagor this year. You know what I'm saying? I expect him to be better, of course. And Devontae Smith hasn't played a snap. So who's to say what we are right now? We got to see it and we got to prove these people wrong. That's the moral of the story. We can't keep getting in our feelings about these rankings. I'm not even upset about this because I know we're going to be better than 29th and 30th. I know we are. Because when all else fails, if nobody's open, you can expect Jalen Hurts to run and get you a 6-yard first down. I'm confident in what we built, and I think the respect will begin to be back stored. You know what I mean? From a team that didn't win it, from a team that just won a Super Bowl not too long ago, to see us having a fight for respect almost daily in some of these rankings, is a bit wild, but it is what it is, and I think we're going to be able to take care of business. So let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Listen, do you agree with these lists or not? I'm coming from a stance that it is what it is, and we're going to change a lot of people's minds. I just can't wait for it to happen. Training camp is on the horizon. Oh, and if you're out of market and you have NFL Network, you will be able to catch the Philadelphia Eagles and the Patriots on the day that comes on around 7:30 that night. So it's going to be lit, man. We're going to get a much needed look at our team and see how things are going to shape up for us in the future, man. Like I said, man, enjoy the rest of y'all day, man.